Hello, I am Scorp, and here I am again testing memory cards for the Steam Deck. And previously, I'd used this Samsung Evo Plus 128GB, and I had some comments saying that people's were faster than mine, and maybe I had a dud. Well, I looked into it, and it turns out I bought this in 2015, so it's a very old card. And at the time, it was rated for 80 read and 20 write. I still got a lot slower than that, but I thought it was a bit unfair, and also the card was useless, so I needed a new card. So I went out and bought a brand new Samsung Evo Plus. This time a 512GB. This is the 2021 model. So I thought I'd put it through its tests. So once again, I downloaded Crash Bandicoot. Here I am comparing it to the fastest previous result, which was an external SSD. The external SSD finished in 10 minutes and 8 seconds. The Samsung finished in 11 minutes and 17. Of course, there may be some variance with my internet speeds and things, but that's pretty damn fast, and it's 2 minutes quicker than the previous fastest SD that I tested. For verifying, once again, this is an integrity check that Steam performs to make sure that the game's downloaded properly. The SanDisk Extreme, the previous fastest SD card, verified this in 6 minutes and 7 seconds, basically exactly the same as the Samsung, so pretty damn fast. The new Samsung is officially rated for up to 130 megabytes per second read speed and a very helpful, slower than read speed, write speed. So I decided to run some benchmarks, and initially this came out at 88 megabytes per second read and 50 megabytes write. But I decided to test further. First, using an external SD card reader in the deck and also an SD card reader in my Fedora laptop just as a control. As you can see here, the Samsung Evo read at 88 megabytes per second and wrote at 50 megabytes per second. However, the external card reader in the deck read at 92 megabytes per second and wrote at 82 megabytes per second. In my Fedora laptop, that was 94 and 84, so both much quicker than the deck's internal SD card reader. So at this point, I decided to check my other cards to see if anything else was different. First up was the SanDisk Ultra 200GB. This I'd also only just bought for the deck, and in the deck this was 8327. On the external card reader, it was 9237, and on the laptop, it was 9337. Next up was the previous quickest, the SanDisk Extreme 64GB. In the deck, this had 82 read and 43 write. Interestingly, while technically quicker in the external and in the laptop, the results are all over the place with dips as low as 10 megabytes per second. So while it technically can go faster, it probably shouldn't. And once more, just in case, I tested the original Samsung, which amazingly performed even worse, and I stopped it once again because it's just not worth testing. So what can we actually conclude with this limited set of results I've got? You know, I've only got so many cards, I'm not testing hundreds of things. So perhaps Valve used, well, a cheaper SD card reader. That was my initial thought. You know, these things only cost $400 Euro pounds. They've got to save some money somewhere. Like the PlayStation 4, their hard drives in there, it was said that they could have put a faster hard drive in for just $1 more. But, you know, $1 times 100 million is, well, you don't need me to tell you how much that is, I hope. Or perhaps they just went for a drive that's they proved to be more consistent. As you can see, the SanDisk Extreme just could not keep up with the rated 60 megabits per second, and it was much worse than in the deck. So maybe they'd done these tests themselves and figured that out. So who knows? Anyway, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you know anyone who finds this stuff interesting, please do share it with them. You know, I don't make any money from this. I don't have any monetizations or anything. No sponsorship deals with Samsung or SanDisk. Just me trying to be helpful, I think. So why not? I don't know where I'm pointing here. Check out the previous video of SD cards, or, you know, something else. And laters. So once again, I downloaded Brash?